November is Diabetes Awareness Month, and today we're putting a spotlight on type 1 diabetes, an autoimmune disease that's often invisible, but it affects more than 1.5 million Americans. San Diego High School student Brooke Lohman has lived with type 1 diabetes since childhood. Brooke joins me in studio to share what life with T1D really looks like. Brooke, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so tell people how old you were when you were diagnosed and what that experience was like.
I was diagnosed at age 11. It was a rapid change for me because I had all these symptoms. I didn't know what they were. My parents were worried. I got admitted to the hospital.
What were your
after I took a
symptoms?
blood test. I had major weight loss. I was so thirsty and hungry, but I was losing weight. And it was so odd. So I went to the doctor's office, got a blood test, and I got diagnosed in the hospital.
And did you go to the hospital because you were not feeling well, or did you go to the doctor first and do the blood test?
I went to the doctor first, then got a blood test there, and then I got admitted to the hospital right after.
So how does living with type 1 diabetes affect your daily life at school and with your friends?
So my number one priority is to pay attention to my body. So that affects my daily life. I always have to carry sugar on me in case my glucose levels fluctuate, go high, low. I have to carry backup insulin on me, always pay attention to my body. And with my friends, they are very aware of it. So in group hangouts, I'll just go in a separate room and treat it. And yeah, my teachers are also aware. I can have my phone out in class too.
Does it happen often? How often would you say it happens, that it fluctuates and you have to take an action?
So when you eat carbohydrates, it increases your glucose levels.
So like pizza?
Yes. So the sugar and the carbs go to your blood. And since the pancreas can no longer work or works very little to produce insulin, you have to manually put the insulin in your body by injection or an insulin pump like I have. So by eating, your levels increase, and by not eating, they can get low, or too much insulin, your levels can also get low.
Something you really have to work on all the time, I would think.
Yes.
Kind of keep a monitor on, and that's not often easy for teenagers.
Yeah.
So what is one thing that you wish more people understood about type 1 diabetes?
I wish they understood the difference between type 1 and type 2. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease that's genetically triggered, most likely. And it's type 2 diabetes is caused by eating habits, eating lifestyles, so that's your diet. I also wish they knew what it was actually like living with type 1 diabetes, because as a teenager, it's very hard. I always hide it. I wear long sleeves to schools and hoodies. People would never guess that I have.
Yeah, I see this. You've got this, your pump is on your arm.
Yes.
Because you're wearing sleeveless. So you don't want to, it just makes you self-conscious when you're at school?
Yeah, because I always have this thought in my head that people are going to judge me just for me having it. Because again, they don't know what it is. And when people think of the word diabetes, they always hear, oh, like eating habits, unhealthy eating.
Unhealthy, yeah.
So yeah, it's not that. And most people don't even know what type 1 is, just type 2.
Yeah, that's true. And so for kids, anything different, they're like, make fun of maybe.
Yeah.
So Breakthrough TD1 is the leading global organization that's focused on type 1 diabetes research, advocacy, and community support. How did you get involved with them? And you were most recently their Grand Marshal for their walk. What was that like?
Yes. So when I was admitted to the hospital, diagnosed, they've been with me since day one.
Oh.
When I was in the hospital bed, they brought me a backpack. They were formerly JDRF, Juveniles Diabetes Research Foundation. And I got a teddy bear and a practice insulin kit. So they've just really made it their priority to pass out resources and comfort items to families and ones affected by it, especially children. And just growing up with them, I've been always wanting to volunteer with them. So a couple years ago, we did a walk with a team, and we raised over $10,000. And then last year, my family and I walked and we didn't do a team. This year, we decided to do a team again. And we also raised $10,000
That's
again,
incredible.
which is a huge,
Yes.
huge thing for us. It was an incredible goal that we reached. And I am so grateful to say that I had 30 walkers that
great.
supported me.
With the team.
Yeah.
What advice, Brooke, would you give to another teenager who is newly diagnosed with type 1 diabetes?
I would say that you're not alone, because even though the world feels like it's turning upside down, just know that you're a beautiful person and you're going to change tremendously. You're gonna know that you're gonna increase your confidence and your responsibility. You're just gonna pay attention to your body, and you're gonna be capable of any dream that you can achieve.
Do you think the confidence comes with being so self-aware? You have to be really self-aware and really responsible, like you said, and that's where the confidence comes from?
Yes, and just over years that you've had it, since you're gonna be dealing with it for your whole life, you just have to listen to your body.
Brooke, thanks so much for coming on and sharing your story. We really appreciate you and appreciate you bringing awareness to this. And I think you're right that people just assume type 1 diabetes, this is something you've done to yourself.
Yeah.
And it's not, but you're taking control of it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
All right, Brooke, thanks again.